you make of this version of Errol Spence, in your opinion, based on the last fight that he had with Danny Garcia?
¿Qué opinas de esta versión de Errol Spence después de lo que fue la pelea contra Danny Garcia y lo que he visto últimamente de él?
No, regresó, peleó contra Dani, le ganó bien. Yo me estoy preparando para el mejor Spence, para una pelea fuerte, y pienso que él está ahí, sigue siendo el uno o el dos de toda la división peso fuerte y uno de los mejores del boxeo.
I saw him fight against Danny, and I'm getting ready to find the best version of himself. He's still number 1 or number 2 in the division, and I consider him one of the best in boxing overall. No doubt about that.
My last question: why do you feel you beat Errol Spence?
¿Por qué crees que le podría ganar a Errol Spence?
No, he demostrado que soy un competidor, un warrior. He demostrado que me quejo siempre en las peleas. Pienso que estoy peleando de los 6 años, demostrando que estoy listo para cualquier noche contra lo mejor. Y por eso hay que apostar por mí también.
I'm a competitor, I'm a warrior. I have proven night after night that I can fight against the best. And, you should put your money on me because I come after it, night after night.
Those are the words of Yordines Ugas y compañía. And I hear Ugas talk. Good guy, humble guy. Cuban fighter, defected like a lot of Cuban fighters had the privilege to do. Some were successful, some were not. Okay? But he says, hey, put your money on me if you want to see the winner. Let me counterpunch. Errol Spence and Yordines Ugas. It was going to be a good fight. It's a unification fight, as we know. Errol Spence is coming off an eye injury. I mean, the thing about eye injuries, it's really nothing you have to tune up for because, you don't need anything else because your face is going to take damage. I'm just wondering if he's going to take special precautions to protect that eye. Because if he doesn't, Yordines Ugas, along with a lot of Cuban fighters, like most Cuban fighters, they're very precise with their jabs and with the punches. Okay, like Errol Lara is very precise. He might be a 1-2, but that 1-2 combination is very calculated. He calculates it and he gets in there and he gets out of there, and a lot of people are not able to hit him after he catches you with that 1-2. Yordines Ugas is like that, but he's more stationary. He's like Errol Lara fights now. He's just younger and just throws more punches. Good experience, great jab. You see what he did to Pacquiao, and Pacquiao also being a southpaw fighter, also tasted that jab all night against Yordines Ugas, which was the underdog, and the underdog ended up winning. But, like I've told you guys before, the only difference between Pacquiao and Spence is Pacquiao was the Warriors, the champions of yesteryear. Okay? Spence is now. He will not lose against Ugas in a decision. Okay? I would be more comfortable with a knockout either way. If Spence can get him out of there, can stop Ugas, get him out of there. Leave nothing to chance, leave nothing to politics. Okay? Because this has politics written all over it. The only problem was Ugas got the opportunity that neither Terrence Crawford nor Errol Spence was allowed to have. Okay, so he was blessed amongst high for that opportunity, and he took it by the horns. Will he do that again? Yes, he will do that again, but the politics will not be the same. Okay, he's not going to beat Errol Spence Jr. in Texas. Okay, he might tell you he's from New York. No, Errol Spence is from Texas, bro. He was raised in Texas. He's from Texas. He has the Texas accent. He's from DeSoto County. Okay? He is not losing to Yordines Ugas. If that's a close fight, if it's anywhere near a close fight, it's Errol Spence's game. Okay? And the narratives will be, and I could already see them and read them with my eyes closed. The narratives would be, oh, Errol Spence came back and fought hard against a challenging fighter and champion of Yordines Ugas to win and rally to win a split decision or a majority decision or some type of decision win in favor of him. That's what it'll read. Okay? Because there's no way Yordines Ugas is going to beat Errol Spence because the money dissipates. Because they have plans for Errol Spence. Sure, they got Tank Davis and other guys like that, but they don't have too many anymore that's not undefeated. Okay? So Errol Spence is the draw. He's the guy that got the Mexicans in there when he fought Mikey Garcia. Okay? So he needed that exposure, just like Floyd needed Oscar De La Hoya to get the exposure that he needed to be that guy. Okay, so he's not going anywhere at all. Errol Spence Jr., he would have to get knocked out twice to lose. Okay, so Yordines Ugas might beat him. If he beats him, he won't beat him. Okay, now, does Errol Spence have the star power or decision-making or influence like Canelo? No, but he does in this fight. He does in this fight. That's right. Absolutely right. Errol Spence will beat Yordines Ugas by some type of weird decision, just like Yordines Ugas lost to Sean Porter. Okay? Who was Sean Porter? Showtime. Face of PBC. Commentator on the side of PBC. Right? That's exactly what's going to happen in this fight. Even if he gets boxed to death. Okay? And it would have to be like, they would get the decision to Errol, but it would be a rematch. So what they would do to compensate Ugas, they would be, okay, hey, Ugas fought a good fight. We know he really won. But guess what we're going to do? We're going to give him a rematch. Nope, no Crawford. Because that's how they're going to avoid Crawford, by the way. Because when Crawford knocks out somebody else, right, people are still going to be screaming for Spence or the winner of Spence Ugas to fight Crawford, and it still won't happen. It doesn't, I don't give a shit where Crawford signs to. You think Errol Spence ever fought Keith Thurman? He chased Keith Thurman for 2 or 3 years, 4 years. Did he ever fight him? No. So that PBC joining the Al Heyman group don't work for everybody. You don't get what you want. That was just a bullshit narrative spread around. A lot of these channels saying, well, Terrence Crawford made a bad decision. No, he didn't. As you guys know, and now we all find out that these fucking guys are not even making the money that they claim they're making. Oh, Al Heyman gave me under the table money. Oh, what? Right? He bought you a Bentley? So it's crazy, man. I don't really think that Yordines Ugas will get a fair shake. If anything, he'll be lucky to get a rematch. You know, but I don't think he would win a decision. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Yordines Ugas saying, bet on him to win against Errol the True Spence. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.